To celebrate Financial Literacy Month, we are bringing experts here each day this week to share valuable tips to help you. But first, we are learning how to create a budget. Hillary Bobbitt with Robbins Federal Financial Credit Union is here to tell us a little bit about how you guys can do that for us.
Yes.
So everyone needs to start a budget, right?
Yes, everyone should have a budget.
Okay, so how do we first start creating a budget? No matter where we are in life, what we're doing, what are the ground zero steps? What are the basic steps?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you're setting up your budget, you're going to want to create a spending ratio. This will help you evaluate your spending habits as well as your income. For income, make sure to include your actual take-home pay. And then for expenses, it's easy to remember the major ones like loan payments or rent, but you're also going to need to make sure to include the small ones like gas, utilities, going out to eat, anything like that. Budgets are going to be a trial and error, and they're not going to look, no budget's going to look the same as any other one. So it's just going to be basically tailoring it to your specific wants and needs.
Now, I know some people do it based off of percentages. You know, for example, if they have utilities or, rent, mortgage, or, gas, they make these percentages so that they can have a little bit of extra, right? And I think the goal is to save.
Yes, absolutely. So successful budgets are going to include an emergency fund and savings goals. So you're going to want to factor in, all kinds of things when you're looking at that, but make sure to include those items as well, so that way if anything were to ever happen, you had that savings to fall back on or that emergency fund to fall back on.
Okay, now how can we benefit from a budget?
Budgets are basically about awareness. Every budget is unique, although, like I said, the successful ones will include that emergency fund and savings goals. They're going to be useful tools that you can use to manage your bills and save for future expenses, but the key is that they can actually allow you to spend your money confidently, because if you fully know where your money's going each month, you can truly have a budget that's going to benefit you.
Now, that kind of goes into my next question. How do you stick to it? Because a lot of times things come up. I mean, you may plan as much as you want to, but it doesn't always seem to work. How do we stick to this?
So for most people, budgeting means that they'll actually reference their account balance before making a purchase. And although it's a good idea to stay on top of your accounts, it's not necessarily beneficial to you to understand what you can and can't afford. So what we recommend is that instead of referencing your account, you should reference your budget before you make any purchases or spend your money.
And when it comes to budgets, take-home pay, right?
Yes, take-home pay.
That's where you want to start.
Yes, that's where you want to start when you factor in your income, because like you had mentioned in that percentage ratio, that ratio table, if you would create one, that would actually help you out and show you how much of income and then expenses from there.
Okay, so anyone can come to Robbins Financial, right?
Yes, anyone and everyone can come to Robbins Financial right here, and we have 19 branches right here in our Central Georgia area, and there's anybody there that can sit down and look at you and your specific income and expenses and start to work on creating that budget with you.
All right, well, thank you so much, Hillary.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And you can learn more at www.robbinsfcu.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.